Rated third among the most popular domestic solo travel destinations by HuffPost Japan in 2025, Ise is undoubtedly the most underrated places for foreign tourists at the moment, and it also happened to be my hometown. Ise offers a deeply spiritual, cultural and sensory experience that blends ancient tradition with local charm. It may be smaller than Kyoto, but it's a serious contender in terms of cultural significance. Queen Elizabeth visited Ise back in 1975. She went to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka and Ise. G7 world leaders have been there. Apparently David Bowie came too. And I know Justin Bieber was there too. I recognize the golf course he visited. That's local intel. But for some reason you haven't visited Ise. I'm baffled. Every time when I go home I say they haven't discovered it yet. Honestly, I've actually quite enjoyed gatekeeping it until now. But for the sake of supporting the local economy, especially as the population is declining, I've decided to nominate myself as Ise's unofficial ambassador. Ise is considered Japan's spiritual home because of Ise Grand Shrine, called Jingu, the most significant shrine in the country. Ise Jingu holds profound importance in relation to the mythical origins of Japan, as recorded in the Kojiki, which literally translates to records of ancient matters, compiled in 712 CE. It is the oldest surviving written record in Japan, a chronicle of myths, legends, songs, genealogies, and historical narratives about the origins of the Japanese archipelago, the kami, Shinto deities, and imperial family. Ise Jingu has a history of over 2,000 years and comprises 125 shrines centered around two main ones, the inner shrine called Naiku and the outer shrine called Geku. As the home of Amaterasu Omikami, the most revered kami in Shinto, Ise Jingu is considered the pinnacle of the Shinto shrines in Japan. Amaterasu, regarded as the ancestral deity of the imperial family, makes Ise Jingu a symbol of the spiritual and historical legitimacy of the Japanese monarchy. In other words, Ise Jingu is the guardian deity of the entire Japanese nation. Therefore, they call it Kokoro no Furusato, spiritual home for the Japanese people, a deep emotional connection, somewhere that feels like a true home, and not necessarily by birth, but in the heart. As a young child, my grandmother would take me on a countless 5 a.m. visits to Jingu. The serene air, the stillness, and the gentle scent of Hinoki wood have really stayed with me ever since. During the Edo period, pilgrimages to Ise, called Okage-Mairi, became hugely popular among common people. Even today, many consider visiting Ise at least once in a lifetime to be deeply meaningful and spiritual journey. In recent years, it has also become known as one of Japan's power spots, where people believe they can receive strong blessings, good luck, and protection from evil. During the Edo period in Japan, an estimated 3 to 5 million pilgrims visited Ise Jingu each year. For those who were too old or too ill to make the journey themselves, it became a tradition to send their loyal dogs in their place. This custom began around 1771. These dogs, known as Okage-Inu, literally gratitude dogs, were sent off with a letter and a pouch of money tied around their necks. People along the way, recognizing the dog's mission, would help them by providing food and guidance so they could safely reach the shrine. One famous true story, apparently true, is Okage-Inu Shiro, a white Akita dog who made the pilgrimage from Mie Prefecture to Ise Shrine over the course of 2 months. Shiro successfully returned to his owners, the Ichihara family, carrying protective talismans and receipt for the offering, and even the leftover money after paying for the food he received along the way. Because Shiro was white, the typical Okage-Inu character you see today is often depicted as a white dog, perhaps also symbolizing purity and loyalty. Ise Jingu is not only known as the most sacred Shinto shrine, but also for its extraordinary 1,300-year tradition of being rebuilt every 20 years, a practice called Shikinen-Sengu. This tradition is deeply rooted in Shinto beliefs, reflecting Japan's reverence for nature, impermanence, and the transmission of craftsmanship and cultural memory. The rebuilding cycle symbolizes eternal eternal youth and purity, reminding us that the life is cyclical and not static. The rebuilding process relies on ancient construction techniques, and because of this tradition, these skills are carefully passed down through generations. Carpenters, artisans, and local communities all participate in this highly ritualized process, preserving craftsmanship that might otherwise disappear. Only sacred trees are used in the construction, specifically Hinoki cypress trees, prized for their beautiful fragrance. When you go into Ise Jingu, you can really smell that fragrance. Up until the Kamakura period, all these trees came from the Ise Jingu forest. Trees are only cut with ritual care, and new ones are planted with the intention of serving future generations. You can actually see trees over 1,000 years old in a forest. I mean, a tradition that has lasted for so many years is impressive, but seeing something that has lived through all that time in a single lifetime, it's just mind-blowing. My grandparents always treated almost everything in Jingu as sacred. The scent of Hinoki to this day has a very special place for me. The main structures of Ise Jingu, both the inner and outer shrines, are built in an architectural style called Yuitsushimei-zukuri. Literally translates "on the divine brightness construction style." This is a unique form of the ancient architectural style, and it is a sacred architectural tradition reserved exclusively for Ise Jingu, and nothing else is built this way. While other shrines adopted bright red colors over time, Ise Jingu preserved its ancient tradition, showcasing the natural beauty of the unpainted Hinoki wood, a chic style reserved exclusively for the grand shrine. I went to a couple of different places in Ise, so I'll do separate videos for those. Thanks for watching. I hope you add Ise to your next Japan travel plans. See you in the next video.